Well, hello everybody. Denise here, the Crafty DIYer, and today I've got a special treat for you. We are going to put together a really cute little card, and we're going to be using the Lapin Melodie. Forgive me, I don't speak French, but we got a cute little rabbit, and that's what basically it means. So as you guys are hopping on, say hello. And let me know where you're watching from. And I'm going to quickly send out a broadcast. Let's just see here. All right, I'm going to take that. There we go. All right. There we go. If you're not on my broadcast channel, if you're watching, let's just say this. If you're watching from Facebook, and I'm also streaming onto YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Any kind of trigger word that I use will not work on YouTube. It'll only work on Facebook. But if you're watching from YouTube, you will be able to go back after this is done. I will go back and link everything up in the description below. Okay. Or head over to Facebook. You can do that as well. Yeah. So we're going to be doing the Lapin Melodie, which basically means cute little rabbit in a garden, in flowers. And that's what that is. Okay. Let me see. Oh, let me get my chat up. Hello, Margie, Deidre, Rosalind, Lisa, and Wendy is watching from YouTube. Hello, hello. Okay. Isn't this adorable? So I made this. This is a laminate pocket. So what I do is I take my printables and I put them in here. And then when I go to use them, I know where they are. All right. This is the printable that we're going to be using today. If you are a printable member, you already have all of these collections, and bring this one out, cut this one out. We're going to be using it. If you're not a printable member and you want to become one or learn more about the printable membership, just comment PM and I'll send you a link. Okay. All right. So I went ahead and I cut this out. Now, I am doing this on cardstock, and I did print. There's two options for this collection. You can print with this background or the coffee stained. We're going to do the coffee stained one today because what I'm going to do is we're going to stamp inside before we put this together. Okay. But just know that there are two options that you can use. Now, this is what I made a while ago. Actually, I don't know. It was a couple of days ago or last week. And it's just like a little pocket. Okay. And what I did was I modified it. So I trimmed this up. And that's what I really want to express to you today, that you can modify all of these things. Okay. And we're actually going to modify this. We're going to modify it even more. All right. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Rachel. Tiffany's in the house. Anna's here. Hey, guys. All right. So I printed it, cardstock, 65 pound cardstock is fine. You can use this. You can do a 32 pound. You can. But I would use cardstock just because it has a little bit of, weight to it, right? All right. So what I'm going to do is I've cut it all out and I folded it. And basically, that's what it looks like when it's folded. Okay, you can do it that way, or you can do it that way. We're actually going to trim this right across, so this is like a square. All right, but before we do that, I want to stamp the inside. So what I did was I just grabbed some random stamps, and it's just going to be a randomness because we're going to add things to this. So this is just going to be like a background layer. Now, if you don't have stamps, that's okay. You can just use the background here. Okay. So I think I'm going to grab, and guys, these stamps I just get from like Amazon or whatever. Like, just use whatever stamps you have. And I'm just going to like, just here and there. I'm not going for any sort of pattern at all. Okay. All right. And then let's grab, I got this script I took it off of the, hold on, upside down. Actually, I don't think it matters. I took it off the backing, so I'm just going to randomly put that in here. Don't think about this part. Just stamp, 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 stamp away. Okay. And I've got this number 5. Also, too, before we go on, I mentioned that type PM if you want to learn more about the membership. If you join, right now we have it off. Your first month is 50% off. Okay. That won't last forever, but your first month will be 50% off. And you will get this collection as well. Okay. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one of my office stamps. Hello, Sammy. Hey, Carol. Okay. Let me get this stamp. And I'm going to put air parcel. Let's do air parcel. I love this stamp. I got it at a thrift store, guys. Thrift stores are the place. Honestly, thrift stores are the place to look for your stamps. Every time I look, there are stamps. I don't buy them all the time because I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to stamps. I really am. Okay, so I'm going to take this and just go random, pretend like I'm 5 years old and working in my dad's office again. Okay, now if you notice, I'm not really printing anything up here because we're going to cut it off, but I might use that for something else. So I am going to stamp it right there. Okay, isn't that cool? So that is our first layer. All right. All right, all right. Okay, here we go. My nose is running. Isn't that nice? Okay. And you can do on the outside too if you want. Just go get creative. Add your own style to it, okay? Now, again, like I said, I'm going to trim this right off. So let me get my trimmer. You don't have to, but I want to be able to show you what is possible. It's not like you just get one printable and you have to do it that way. Honestly, sorry guys. I got the window open because it's actually kind of nice here today. All right, so I'm going to trim it right at the top here and straight across. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to keep this because I can always use that. So I'm just going to put it aside. Okay. All right, so now we've got that. I like it so far. I am going to round my corners, okay? Yeah. All right, let's do it separately. Let's do one at a time. There we go. How y'all doing today? Hope you're having a good day. Oh, stay to the end because I'm going to show you what we're going to be making for the Junk Journal Lab week. It starts next week, guys. Junk Journal Lab starts next Tuesday, the 17th. It's coming up so fast. Do I want to trim? Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm just going to go like here. So stay tuned to the end because I'm going to show you what we're going to make. And if you don't know anything, you're like, Denise, what is Junk Journal Lab Week? Well, if you, do I want to do the top too? Yes, let's do the top as well. Comment the word lab, L-A-B, and I'll send you all the information, okay? Check your messenger. Again, if you're watching from YouTube, It'll all be down. Once this is finished being live, it'll all be underneath in the description, okay? Or you can just head over to iwanttocraft.com. All right, see, so now we've got this cute little fold out, and we can decide, do we want this as the front page, which I think I'm going to use this as the front, but you could use this one. Okay, but you see how that really turned out? That's really cool. And this is something that you could put in your junk journal or give it as a card. You could give it with a gift card in it. Somebody's birthday? 17th. Oh, yes, Mary Lou, 17th is her birthday. Awesome. Okay, let's put it together. So in this collection, you get a lot of other things. Okay, so I've got this one here. We're going to put this in the middle. And here, we might add some lace. We're going to see what that looks like in a little bit. But, so it comes with a pocket. So this is the pocket. I already folded it. And you just fold it right here on the lines. And these are going to be what you glue to the back. Okay. Hi, Ella Jean. I'm going to grab my glue. Junk Journal Lab Week is going to be a fun week. It is a week-long event. And I'm going to be showing you how to do a lot of this. And very popular 5 types of paper clips, which I'll show you at the end here, okay? 5 types of paper clips, paper clusters, flower clusters, and one-page wonders, okay? It's going to be a great week. And you get the printables, too. Only $10. Not a bad deal. I don't need to trim this because that's going to fit right there. Like that. This is just meant to fit just on the inside. So we're going to hold that down. Okay. And because it's cardstock, I just really want to give it a good push. So now we have a pocket, but look how cute it is with all this background stamping that we did. Okay. Oh, shoot. I forgot to do something. Hold on. I'm going to pull that up. Now, this is why I use the glue I use. Okay. Because I forgot to add the ink. You got to add ink to it. You got to make it look vintagey. Makes a difference. That's why you want to use this ink. It's not instant grab, but like if you were using a hot glue, you'd have to, it would rip. Okay, there we go. Now I am going to apply it a little bit more again. But you got about a minute to decide if you've made a boo-boo or not. Making boo-boos is normal, guys. Even I do it, okay? Just another crafter. Loving crafting. All right, put that down there. Okay. All right, let's hold that down again. Ella Gina's looking forward to it. Yeah, and so Saturday is the 14th. Valentine's Day, and the 14th is when we're going to let everybody into the private group. So when you sign up for Junk Journal Lab Week, you'll get an email. You'll get 2 emails. You'll get your email with your printables, and then you'll get another email with a link to the private group. Get that email, go register into the group, like just say, you know, your email you use to purchase the product, the group, and then we start letting everybody in on the 14th. So, okay, so now we have a really cute pocket. So you can add some of your ephemera. See, this is part of the collection, right? So that's kind of the idea. But what I'm going to do is we're going to just we're just going to do a little extra. So I'm going to add my ink all the way around. Hey, Deborah Kelly. And of course, I printed everything on the back. So now you can do, you can use this as a journal spot, or if it's a card to give to somebody for their birthday or a special note, you can use that spot. And here you'll see I did one, I printed it several times. And that's what I suggest you to do. Print these more than once. Because that's the thing. Once you've purchased it or you're a member, like once it's in your hot little hands, it's yours forever. You can print it over and over again. Okay. All right. Now, what I thought I would do is we're going to add a little, we're going to make this look like a little lever. So I guess I call it a lever. I don't know. I don't know what you call it. But you're going to see. It's cute. But what I need for this is a brad, okay? And this is what I use. Where's my brads? Right here. So these are brads. Does everybody know what a brad is? Shelley likes happy accidents. Will the class be recorded as well for those of us who... Yes, Wendy, absolutely. So what you'll have is... and what I did was you'll get the schedule. The classes are at Eastern time, but they're 1 p.m. and then there's a 7 p.m. and then there's a 3 p.m. on a Saturday. So I picked times that you will be able to at least, if you're working, you were going to get at least one of those lives. You'll be able to attend a live for, yeah, you'll have 30 days to watch. After that, it goes away. Okay, so I'm going to pop a hole in here. So I've got both of these. I'm going to take my brad. When you purchase a workshop from me or a course, you get that forever and ever. But an event week, we don't record it and remove it out of Facebook. Okay, look. So now it's got a little. It goes up and down. I think that's sort of cute. So you can still print and write on that. Okay, very simple. So there we go. That's going to go in there. All right. Now let's make a pocket. So let's take this. And there's two options. Originally, what I wanted to do was I was going to just glue this on here and then do that. But I kind of like the stamping that we did. You know what? Hold on, because let's do this side first, because I might change that up. But I want to see what this side looks like first, okay? So what we have is, let me move this out of the way. I've got these couple of components. Now these are from Melodie's ephemera. It's from this month's collection. So if you're a printable membership, you have this. That's from all the sheets that have all the different numbers and stamps in that. Okay. So we're going to use this and we're going to make the same thing. It's cool. It's cool. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I love paper crafting. I do all kinds of crafting, and I think we all do, right? But paper crafting is one of my favorites. It's inexpensive. It is not an expensive craft, really. I mean, if you have a printer, that's really printer, paper, glue, and scissors are the basics. And even if you don't have a printer, like say if you're brand new and you're like, well, I don't know if I want to go out and buy a printer, you can have your prints printed at like Staples, Walmart. I've heard even libraries do it. You just take the file that gets sent to you through email, and usually you just send it to them and they'll print it for you. And you can tell them 32-pound bright white too. That makes a difference. All right, I think I'm gonna do, no, I think this was gonna go over here. So let's round our corners. In fact, I don't know if you know this, that when I used to have a box, a physical box, a long time ago. I used to send it out, and I used to have printables included in that box. And I would go to Staples. I didn't have a color printer, so I would just go to Staples and have it done, because I thought you needed a laser. You don't need a laser, okay? You get a good printer with good ink, like an Epson ink, Ecotank, you're golden. If you want, you can comment Amazon, and if you look at my Amazon page, you'll see the type of printer I suggest you get. Okay. All right. So we have that. Let's do the back as well. See, there we go. Ella Jean was one of the ladies like me that she didn't get her printer right away. I remember that. There's other types. I just use an Epson. But the main important part is to get something that your ink is liquid and you fill it in. Don't get the cartridge. You'll waste your money in cartridge. You'll go through hundreds of dollars. Like you'll go through $100 a month in a cartridge. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Pay a little extra to get a good printer, not a cartridge printer. And I guarantee you it'll be way, way, way better. Okay. All right. I got that box. Shelly did. Yes. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the exact same thing as what we did here. We're going to make it so it comes out and in like that. Okay. So I'm going to, there's two things we could do. We could do that, or we could do a flip out. Do you want to do a flip out? Since I already showed you how to do this, do you want me to show you how you can do a flip up? Yeah, let's do that. Let me get some, I need to get, because I hadn't planned on it, where is my, there it is. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? I need to get some washi tape. Hold on a second. Oh, washi tape, where did you go? Oh, you know what I can use? I don't need to use washi tape. I'll show you how to do something else. Hold on. I got another idea. Instead of washi tape, let's use some of my vintage tape. Let's do that. Yeah, that's going to look cool. Okay, do I want it to go right over? Yeah, I think that's going to look really cool. Okay, so I need it about there. So I made my own vintage Scotch tape to make it look like it's old with alcohol inks. Okay. All right, so we're going to take, if you don't have this, just use some washi tape. You can use tape. And because I want this, I'm going to go right over. So let me show you. Take this. Let me bring you in here. Yes, an ink subscription. Is that HP? I think it does that. Okay, I'm going to put half on here. Basically, I made my own washi tape. All right, so I've got half here, half off. Okay, and the reason is because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it here, and you could bring it down if you want. Like here's the thing, guys. There are so many different ways to do this. Literally, You could do this again and it wouldn't be the same. That's what I love about this, right? You get to change things up all the time. I get shiny syndrome. Like, I need new things all the time. You could do that. Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right to the top. I'm going to fold it over like that. And I have this on here, which I absolutely love. Love, 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 love it. Okay. And then I'm going to lift this up like so. And you could leave it like this, but I'm going to put another piece of tape here. Yeah, I'm going to put another piece. You do you. It's just going to make it a little firmer. So if you're lifting it up and back all the time. Okay. Like so. And then we're just going to trim our corners. Because remember, we trimmed it. We rounded our corners. So I'll do that. Yeah, ink, alcohol ink, and tape, Scotch tape, guys. If you want me to do a video, I will. Just let me know. I just haven't had a chance to do a video on it. Okay, so now we have a flip out. Isn't that cool? Hold on a sec. Let me bring you. There we go. Okay. There we go. Flipped up. Now you can write in here. You could write here if you wanted. I think for some reason, let's see if I do this, do that. It is flipping up. I think it's because, let's see if I can, let me burnish it and see if I can make it sit down a bit. Yeah, that's better. Once I close it a bit, it won't pop up. Let me trim that. Clean up my edges. So, okay. I could make, if it really gives me a problem, like if it doesn't settle down, I could always add like a piece of paper right here that would hold it down. Okay, so that's always an option. Now I want to add this to it. So let's do up here. Put this over here. Can you see that? Yeah. What if I do, this is not cardstock, so if I put it here, it's not going to hold it. It might. Yeah, let's do that. Let me show you how to solve a problem, okay? Because sometimes these things happen. So I would preferably it be cardstock. What I could do, or, wait a minute. Is that going to work? Do that. And we could lift this up and slide that in. We could do that. Ooh, I like that. Okay, let's do that. So remember how I told you keep, that's why you keep this stuff. That's why you keep this stuff. All right. Let's trim this there. I know I'm covering it up, but that's all right. So the idea is you're going to just put Let's trim our edges. You know what? I'm not going to. I'm going to do it after. I'm going to put that there. Do I want to put that on there? You let me know in the comments. Should we put this on here? Let me know. I'll go by what you guys say, because I think either one's going to look good. All right, so we're going to add this, but we're only going to add the bottom, right? We don't want to add it all the way to the top. So I'm just going to add a little bit on the sides. I want this to be really firm in there, but I want this part to be a movable part of it, okay? So I'm going to put that there. Okay, we're going to hold that down. Shelley says everybody needs a flip out every now and then. Okay. Now let's trim. I have a little bit of edge here. Tidy up our corners. Uh-oh. Whoa. There we go. Okay, so now when we put this in here, it holds. Okay. So Sammy said yes. Should we put that on there? Sammy said yes. We could put that right there. What else could we put here? You know what? I think I just want to add a little bit more stamping to this, just so it looks more like that. So let's take our stamp and add, we're going to use our black. Okay. And let's just there. There we go. I like that. Okay. Bum, bottom, bum. Are you liking this so far? Look how cute that is already. This is going to go here. Again, this is from the other collection from this month. This just happens to be on regular cardstock, 32 pound. 32 pound is just a heavier paper than a 28 pound. It's still copy paper, but it's a premium copy paper. And they usually come in bright white or brilliant white, something like that. That makes a huge difference when you are printing, and the colors will come out nice and vibrant, okay? So there we go. I like this so far. We've got our little holder here. You could add some other things to this if you want. All right, so this is what I was saying. I was thinking, do we put this here? So this is going to go in here like that. Yeah, I feel like it needs something. Okay, I'm going to go with my original. I think we're going to stamp on this though, because this is basically going to be a background. You could turn it in. You could turn it into a pocket. That's the thing about these is you can make pockets and tuck ups and tuck downs and flip ups, flip downs. So many fun things. All right. Just add a little age to this. Okay. So we're going to, see how we have nothing up here? So we're going to add that. Now, I'm just going to add this as a background, okay? But if you wanted, you could glue just 3 sides, whatever 3 sides you want, and then you could put things in there, right? You could glue these 3 sides and add this in there, right? But just for today, we're just going to put this as a background. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I did not age my edges, so we can still do that. I'm totally forgetting to add my edges to this everything here. All right. Okay, good. Now, this is what I mean. I forgot to do this. Do this makes a difference. Go this all the way around. It's like framing it out, right? Do you see the difference it makes? It's hard to see on camera, but when you do it yourself, it makes a huge difference. Okay, that's good. Now I took this, comes with this collection as well. Isn't he cute? See if we can get him to focus. Is he going to focus? Oh, there we go. Let's trim around. Since we did one, we'll do them all. If you want to know the papers I use, the inks I use, everything like that, all the stuff that I like, you can see it on Amazon. Okay, just comment Amazon. All right, we're going to put that there. Before we do, let's stamp some more. Let's do this one again. I'm going to do random here. As you can see, I'm just going to add it right to here. And I could do that to the bunny too if I wanted, right? We can add that, add some more like that. Maybe right here. There we go. Okay, let me bring it in so you guys can get a cute look at that. See how that made a difference? He's so cute. That's so cute. All right. So what we want to do is we want to take now this, and this is going to be our little tuck up. Right? So we're going to just put glue on the left here on just two sides, and we're going to leave this open. So we're going to be able to tuck things in there. Okay. I really like the way this is turning out. It's so cute. All right, so now we have got these. Let's trim these up a bit. This is from this month's collection as well. I can't remember which one, but all of this came out this month. And these are vintage bus tickets. And I'm not going to round them because vintage bus tickets would not have been rounded, okay? You can do the back. So you could write something on the back there. All right. And then now this goes in here, just like that. So we put that in there, and then we can put that in there. Okay. So it'd be like tickets, right? But if we did these two sides, we'd only be able to put in there. So when you have something small like this, you kind of want to just do a two-sider and just like a little pocket, okay? How cute is that? Let me bring it up. Oh my God, isn't that cute? Okay, bring it up here. I think what I'm going to do, now we're going to want to do our front. So we can close it. We could decorate it. I did grab some, oh, here it is here. We can add a little bit of lace if we want. But I think, I don't know if I want to add lace. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to leave it without lace, but certainly add lace, ribbon, anything like that. That would look sweet. Okay, so let's going to do this. We have a couple ways that we can close this. Actually, there are many ways. The easiest way is, whoa, sorry guys. Did I knock everything over? There we go. Is to use Velcro. Okay. You could use Velcro. I think that's the easiest way. Let's do that. Oh, you know what? I can't use Velcro because I've got that there. So if I do this, no. So we can't really use the Velcro on this one because the design is coming right up and I would have to put the Velcro there. And that is not enough space. Even if you cut it in half, it's eventually going to rip. Okay. So very simple. What I can do is just tie it, get some seam binding. I'm use green. Now let's do this. And just tie it with some seam binding. Let's do that. Seam binding, ribbon, string, whatever you want. We have done a lot of different types of closures. There we go. Okay. And then I would just, you know, I'll go ahead and trim that. Now, if you wanted to add this to a junk journal, you can, what I would do, you're going to add this to a junk journal. Do I have my junk journals here? Let's see, do we have a space here? Okay. So this is one of the workshops we did. Oh yeah, that was last year's. Okay. So what you could do, take a spot in your journal and you could use this as a tuck up. But if you wanted to glue this onto your journal, before gluing this on, what you would do is take your lace or whatever you have in here, glue that on. So now it just ties right in the middle when you want to go use it, right? So you would just tie this. And then it would never come undone on you, okay? I've done it quite a few times like that. So then this is on there. This is glued on. You come to your page. You want to open it up. Okay, and you just flip out your pieces in your junk journal. Oh, we lost something. We lost something in the way. Where did it go? Oh, there he goes. He slipped out on me. All right. There you go. So that is Lapin Melodie. Okay, it means little bunny in the meadow, the flowers, stuff like that. All right. Now I told you to wait before you go because I'm going to show you what we're going to do in the Junk Journal Lab week, which starts next week. So I'm going to show you. Let me clear all this off. Again, if you you can purchase just this printable on the website, iwanttocraft.com. If you comment 555, like the numbers 555, you'll get a link to shop where the printables are. You'll get a link to where the membership is. You'll get a link to any kind of workshops or stuff like that. So if you put 555, you'll kind of get everything. Okay. And then you can pick and choose what you're looking for. All right. Love it. You ready to see what we're going to do? So next week is junk journal week. I'm going to do another live. But I thought since you guys are here, I'm going to show you. These are all the things that we're going to do next week. Okay. So we're going to do, let me do the clusters first. I'm going to show you how to do my signature flower clusters, what I call them, where you use fabric. So I use fabric and bling. You can use bling, buttons, stuff like that. So that's what I do for flowers, and I call them my flower fabric clusters. So we're going to do 2 of those. And then on the same day, we're going to do paper clusters. So I'm going to show you how to design them. Everything you see here is the printables you're going to be getting. Okay. So the $10 is the whole week with me, and you get the printables too. Okay. You'll get the schedule, the supply list, everything. So we're going to make some clusters right here. All right. So that is going to be day 1. We're going to be doing, no. Is that day 1? Hold on. I thought I had it here somewhere. It doesn't matter. You're going to get it all. I can't remember. No, I think the paper clips are the first one. I think paper clips. So I'm going to show you 5 paper clip styles. Okay. We're going to use a big one. I'm going to show you how you can do sideways ones with bling and stuff. We're going to do another with these big ones here. I'm going to do that as well. We're going to be doing hidden paper clips. So there's 2 styles of hidden paper clips. Whoops. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that. Okay. Whoa, it keeps getting out of my hand. There we go. Put that over there. Behave there, paperclip. Okay, there we go. Okay, so those are hidden paper clips. And then there's another paper clip here. Okay. And we're using like the medium size, and I'm going to show you that you can use your clusters on here as well. Okay. So that is 5 paper clips. And then 1-page wonders are here. These are the 2 that you do. This is going to be the Saturday class. All right. So this is what we're going to be making. A little window. A cute little bird here. That. And then we're going to do this one. I'm going to show you how to do a 3D aspect on there. And these are, here we go. And these are the cards. So all the printables are included, okay? So just comment lab, L-A-B, and I'll send a link to your messenger, or just go to iwanttocraft.com and look into the workshops. But these are what we're going to be doing all next week. So we start on the 17th. I let everybody in the group on the 14th, on Saturday. There we go. So that's what we're going to be doing. So that is the Junk Journal Lab week. Okay. All right. I think that's it for today. Thank you much. Thank you much. Thank you for joining me. Again, if you're going to be watching on YouTube, all those trigger words don't work. As soon as this is finished being live, I will go into YouTube, and it uploads automatically. It's already been happening now. And I will put all the links in the comments below. Okay? All right, guys. Have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you for joining me. Get some crafting done. Do some paper crafting. You're going to love it. All right? Okay. Talk to you later, guys.